Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my transfer plans for Game Week 24. My wildcard is active. I'm also going to be taking a look at how we're currently getting on in Game Week 23. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below. Leave a comment, what transfers are you thinking of making this week? Subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's go over Game Week 23 and how I'm currently getting on. I've actually had a decent game week for once. We are finally on a green arrow. We do still have Everton and Leeds to play tonight, so as long as nothing crazy happens in that game, we should hopefully be on a green arrow. A game week rank of 835,000 with 58 points. I've gone from 1.6 mil to like 1.3 mil. I feel like that might change a little bit after tonight. It might get a little bit worse, but yeah, I don't know. We was having a really good game week, but then, of course, a lot of things happened last night in regards to the Man United game and stuff like that, which kind of didn't help, obviously, with my double Arsenal defence. But, I mean, what a game, to be fair. Very, very good for the neutral. But either way, this is how we're currently looking for Game Week 23. So, obviously, all my players have played, so I can't get any more points from anywhere else. But Raya picking up 1 point, has made no saves in the last 3 game weeks or something like that. Didn't make a save last night. Didn't make any saves in the previous games, but that's just because Arsenal was such a good defence before the Man United fixture. But of course, Man United just they didn't dominate the game. It was a really good game, but yeah, didn't make a save in any of the goals. I mean, some of the goals were absolutely ridiculous, like Dorgu's and Cunha's were just absolutely world class. But yeah, a 1-pointer from Raya. I have gotten rid of him on my wildcard, which we will go over momentarily. But yeah, 1-pointer from Raya, a 1-pointer from Gabriel as well. It was just one of those games, you know. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to start getting worried about double Arsenal defence in the slightest because they've been so good and so consistent this season. But yeah, I didn't expect that game to go the way it did, but you know, Carrick's at the wheel and he's just performed an absolute masterclass. But either way, we've got Van de Ven, who picked up 7 points, which I was really happy about. Van de Ven's been a really weird player for me. I think I've had him for like 4 game weeks. He got like 0 and 1 point in 2 of the game weeks, and then in the other game weeks he got like 8 points and 7 points. But he didn't keep a clean sheet in any of the fixtures. He's been a really, really weird asset to have. But yeah, very happy that he did score. I'm quite glad that he's out of my team, though. Like, when I brought him in, it was for the really good fixtures that Spurs had. And they're just so bad at the moment. Like, they're going to get roped into the relegation battle, honestly, if Forest and West Ham keep winning. But either way, he's out of my team now. Thank you for the 7 points. But yeah, didn't match Van Dijk, unfortunately, because Van Dijk did get the DEFCON. Since I've took Van Dijk out, he's actually been decent. But yeah, the real hero was this Matheus Nunes this week, who wasn't obviously guaranteed to play. A lot of team sort of predictions and stuff didn't have him to play. But luckily did play, picks up an assist, picks up the clean sheet, picks up max bonus. Very, very nice. He's now out my team. But yeah, Matheus Nunes was a solid farewell to the team there. Moving on into midfield, I did make the transfer from Foden to Sharda just simply because of the team leaks that we got early on. It was a bit of a, I mean, we got him like 5 minutes before the deadline, so I was just kind of like panicking on what to do. I didn't really know who to bring, and I should have brought in Enzo Fernandez, but I went for Sharda as a bit of a punt, who were playing Forest at home, and just to kind of, if there was a lot of goals in that game for Brentford, I'd like to have had Sharda in there just to sort of potentially match Thiago. But Thiago was actually woeful. He wasn't even close to scoring, really. Whereas Sharda did actually have a couple of chances, but picked up 2 points anyway. I mean, as a Forest fan, I'm very happy that we got the 3 points from that game because we needed them after the West Ham win. But Wilson bagging another 10-pointer, absolute legend. He's only blanked like twice in the last like 8 game weeks or something like that. He's been an absolutely unreal asset to hold. I've actually gotten rid of him though for now, but that could actually come back to haunt me because he is quite highly owned, and the fixtures are still decent as well going forward. You know, United away, probably the hardest fixture from the next 5. Which is weird when he's got City away, but obviously City don't necessarily have defensive troubles now. They've brought in Guy, obviously Nunes is back, stuff like that. But Everton at home, Sunderland away, Spurs at home. There's some all right fixtures there. So, you know, it did feel weird getting rid of him, but he just didn't fit into my plans going forward. And then Szoboszlai with a 13-pointer, absolute hero. Really, really happy about that. About time he got me something, because with the missed pen last week and just going into right back and stuff in other weeks, it was just a really annoying player that wasn't really getting me anything. But yeah, the 13 points was really, really nice. And then Rogers picking up 8 points was really good. Got the assist, got DEFCON. Nowhere near bonus though, so I didn't watch the game, so I don't know if he missed like a ton of chances or something. But either way, Saka picking up 2 points. Again, just also out my team now. Not happy with him in the slightest. And then obviously the frauds up front. We had Haaland, who obviously was benched. I did decide to start him, just because I think if he got like 30 minutes against Wolves, that might have been enough for him to get like a goal or something. Plus, he was so highly owned that if I had him on my bench and he did go and score like a brace, would have been absolutely screwed. And then Ekatike, who was my captain, there was a lot of kind of like decent sources say he was going to start, and I was like, why wouldn't he start as well? But then there was like a late fitness check or something, and so he got benched. Unbelievable. I mean, to be fair, if I didn't captain him, I would have captained Saka, so there wasn't like a massive difference in it anyway. Like, I was never going to captain Wilson or Szoboszlai or Rogers, but yeah, it's just a bit of an annoying one. But he's also gone now. Very happy to have him out my team. And then yeah, Dubravka on the bench with 5 points, Rodon, who's yet to play, and then Dallo with 1, and then Guy with 0 as well. So that's how we're currently getting on in game week 23. On a green arrow at the moment, unless there's a massive amount of high ownership players getting points tonight, we should be okay for the first green arrow in like 7 weeks. But yeah, finished on 58 points. Let's take a look at the wildcard draft. So this is the wildcard draft that I've gone with at the moment. Obviously, it will change by the time the deadline rolls around, especially with midweek fixtures and stuff in Europe. But I'm going to go over it pretty quickly. It's quite template, I'd say, but it's just kind of, I kind of just needed it with my team. A lot of people will be like, you didn't need it with your team. If I look at my team right here, like this week, they're actually not too bad. But it's just, it doesn't look bad, but it's been killing me every single week generally. Like the players that are they're just not performing at all. And it could be one of those where now I've wildcarded, all these decide to perform and then my new team doesn't. But I'm a lot happy with how my team looks like now. And I know there's like doubles and stuff coming up, but I think I'm going to hopefully make a lot more ground over the next few weeks than I would have done keeping that team for the next like 8 weeks or whatever. So I'm just going to not use any transfers now, hopefully, and then just hopefully have 5 around the time the doubles come up and stuff. But either way, in goal, we do have Pickford and we have Dubravka. So I'm not 100% settled on Pickford yet. That could be a different goalkeeper. It could be Sanchez. I haven't decided yet. And if I do go with Sanchez, then obviously I won't have Chalobah. But I've just gone for Pickford as a bit of a set and forget option. But yeah, not 100% settled on that. I'd much rather have him than Raya though, because like I say, Raya's just barely making any saves. He's either getting 6 points or 2 points every game, barring the last game where he got 1. Whereas Pickford can make save points and stuff. Highest scoring goalkeeper. Only just, obviously, the Sunderland goalkeeper's up there as well. But Sunderland fixtures are a little bit hit and miss going forward. Not a massive fan of what they've got coming up. But either way, currently got Pickford and Dubravka in goal. At the back, we've gone for Gabriel, Timber, Chalobah, Dorgu, and Mukiele as well. So Gabriel and Timber are my Arsenal double up in defence. I'm not sure if the Timber goal is going to stand. It did look like an own goal from Martinez from the camera angles that I've seen, but I could see it changing, so I don't know. We'll wait and see for that. But yeah, Gabriel and Timber. Also gone Chalobah as well. They did look very good against Palace. I don't know if that's because Palace are very bad now because of everything going on, or Chelsea just looked really good. But yeah, they did obviously get the clean sheet wipe in the last couple of minutes. But I feel like that's probably their hardest fixture going forward over the next 4. 3 home fixtures there, which are really, really nice. And like I say, I just didn't have any Chelsea players in my last team, and I could have gone down to Enzo or something, and then maybe obviously Chalobah this week. But yeah, I don't know, I just kind of handled the whole situation quite badly when it comes to transfers this season. So yeah, either way, Chalobah, who's a good option. I've got Dorgu as well, did come off with a hamstring injury, so that's just kind of a set and forget. Going forward though, I really do like Dorgu in the team just because he's playing so high in that United team, and he's 4.3 mil. Like, it's just a no-brainer for me. And then Mukiele as well, who's 4.5 mil. He's got an attacking return in his last like 4 fixtures or something. I've got a massive headache on who to play this week though, if obviously Dorgu's fit, because Mukiele's got Burnley at home, Chalobah's got West Ham at home, and then obviously I've got to play Gabriel and Timber, but then I want to play all my midfielders as well, so it's a bit of a tough one really. I should have wildcarded. Well, to be fair, if I wildcarded in 23, I'd actually think I'd be on less points, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, those are the defenders. In midfield, I've gone for Rice, Rodgers, Enzo, Njai, and Bruno Fernandes. I do kind of want to fit Mbeumo into this team, but that early sub yesterday has kind of put me off him a little bit. He got subbed at like 60-something minute, like 63, 64 minutes or something like that. Obviously, Cunha's not an option anymore because he's been getting benched. So I think just going Bruno Fernandes, I think is just a safer option right now. Even though I think Mbeumo is a really... If he was getting like 80 minutes, I'd be much more likely to go there. It's just these early subs are a little bit worrying. And he's not like he's on penalties or anything like that. Whereas, you know, Bruno Fernandes is on penalties, Njai is on penalties, Enzo's on penalties if Palmer's not on the pitch. Which, again, I'd go Palmer, but there's been so much talk about this injury that I just don't really think it's worth it. Like, obviously, he missed the Crystal Palace game. He should be back midweek for the European game. But, I don't know. He's just a bit of a... He's just a bit of a question mark at the moment, so that's why I've gone Enzo instead, who does play in the 10 as well when Rodgers when Palmer's not on the pitch. Also got Rodgers, who's got Brentford at home, and then also Rice, who's got Leeds away. Finally got Rice in my team. I know Saka's going to go get a brace now against Leeds, but I just feel a lot better having Rice in my team than Saka. He's a lot cheaper as well, and he's just performing better. So, yeah, that's the midfield. And then up top, I've gone for Evan Nilsson, I've gone for Haaland, and I've also gone for Mane as well. Mane's in there because of the potential Wolves double coming up, but I understand that obviously he's going to be blanking if they do double, so I need to kind of like think about that one a little bit more. Haaland obviously just picks himself. I mean, I'm not 100% sure I'm going to stay with Haaland. He's mainly there just to save rank, really, because obviously if he goes and smashes it, I don't have him in my if I didn't have him in my team, it'd actually be quite bad. And I've also got Evan Nilsson as well. I just prefer him over Thiago. Should be on penalties with the injuries that I've had to Bournemouth lately. The fixture's just better than Thiago's, and as well as that, around 28 is when the fixture swing changes. So I can have Evan Nilsson for... If I look at the fixtures that he's got coming up, I can have him for Wolves, Villa, Everton, West Ham and Sunderland, and then probably Brentford and then Burnley. And then after that, I can then bring in Thiago around game week 31, whose fixtures I think are pretty good from there. So from 31, he then has Leeds, Everton, Fulham, Man United, West Ham. So I think I'll probably just do that, and then just... that'll just be my striker kind of transfer going forward. So Evan Nilsson till 30, and then obviously Thiago in. So if nothing happens to Evan Nilsson, then that's fine. And if something does happen to him, I can always just go to Thiago if need be, because I do have 0.7 mil in the bank. But yeah, that's what the wildcard draft is looking like at this point in time. Again, a couple of options that I'm not completely settled on, like Pickford, Dorgu obviously, potentially, and Mbeumo coming into the team. But then who do I really get rid of? I'm not sure. Obviously, if Njai doesn't play tonight, then that's going to worry me a little bit, but I think he will. I think he'll be fine. But yeah, apart from that, I'm much happier with the team now. I think it's looking pretty good going forward. And a lot of your teams might look like this without a wild card, but like I say, mine just needed it because I was just sick of like all my players that are just completely underperformed. This is the first time that they've performed in like 10 weeks, man. It's been a tough season. But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.